ESPN2 presents Paintball USA. Brought to you by Disney-MGM, makers of the accurate and dependable Pro-Light paintball pistol. And Air America. When the game is on the line, go with the best. And by Vents Goggles, high-performance vision. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Deuces coverage of Paintball USA. I'm David Sparks, and we've come all the way to the Disney-MGM studios to find out how two teams who normally compete in rural wooded areas are going to make out in a setting like this. Joining me today is the Michael Jordan of paintball, Mr. Fred Schultz, who is actually the spokesman for the National Professional Paintball League. Welcome to the show, Fred.
Thank you very much, David.
First of all, talk about the teams that you have assembled here, Fred.
What we have is I brought my team from California. They travel all over the world doing this professionally, and we brought 7 of the upper echelon manufacturers here. We wanted to bring them all in, but obviously there's not enough room to do that, so we picked these 7 to do this with.
And what a natural setting. The streets of New York. It has to offer some special challenges.
Is this incredible or is what? It's just unbelievable. I can't even believe I'm here playing on this.
Everything but pretzel vendors and muggers.
And they're coming in later for you, just like I told you earlier.
Okay. You know what? Let's take a look around at the playing field and talk about how you're going to line things
Terrific.
up today.
You lead and I'll follow.
Okay, Fred, I'm armed and ready. Before competition begins, why don't we go over the playing field? Right now, it's broken down into 2 streets.
Right.
We have Constant Pursuit on New York Street.
Correct.
And we have the Corporate All-Stars over on Brownstone.
That's right.
All right, why don't you walk us through?
You betcha. The field is set up in a triangle with 2 streets leading up towards the top. As you can see, we have 3 large vehicles on the field and a whole series of bushes, rocks, and barriers for the players to hide behind. And another twist we have, David, is there's an alley that connects both the streets together, making a shortcut for either team.
I noticed that the bus, for example, is parked sideways in the street, which is very characteristic of New York.
There you go.
Nothing changes there, right?
There you go. And
Okay,
it's on the curb also.
So, all right, so you're behind the barrier like this,
Right.
and it offers, I'll pull the plug out of the barrel here, so it offers a kind of a barricade, like you're saying, and a guy can get out, get a shot like this.
Just exactly like that.
How am I doing so far?
Well, you're doing terrific. You're doing
Okay.
terrific. I think you just eliminated a tree, as a matter of fact, so you're doing a great job out there.
All right, Fred, strategy.
Well, David, we're playing the best 2 out of 3 series. For the first 2 games, a single flag will be placed in the center of the field, and the object of the game will be for a team to advance to the flag from their starting point and hang it on the opposing team's base. And always remember, we have the alley, David. If you have a tie after the first 2 games, we'll play a 3rd game, which is going to be just a little bit different from the first 2. Instead of 1 flag, 2 flags will be hung at the starting points for each team. The object of the game is for the team to advance to the other team's base, get the flag, and return it to their own starting point.
Okay, I noticed, I marked this off prior to the beginning of this whole activity, and
Right.
I noticed that there are exactly 50 yards down New York Street, 50 yards down Brownstone. So the
Correct.
area that you're covering is identical.
That's what you want.
One little keynote here, there's an alley that combines the 2 streets. Now
There
talk about the
certainly is.
strategy there. You can roll around and come up from behind people.
Exactly. Well, what that does gives it a little added touch. You know you have to come down both streets, but by having that, it's not that you can bring both teams all the way up to where the flag is, because you have to watch your back door, meaning the alley. So any team, if they advance too far, they can go through the alley and come in from the back. So it makes it more strategy that way. It's a lot harder to do, David.
Fred, look out. Duck, duck.
Oh, look out. Go on.
Got it.
All right.
Boy,
All right.
You never know.
Yeah, just like in
Okay,
New York, too. Very good job.
I'm really getting into this. Anyway, last question for you.
Sure.
In terms of strategy, is there going to be a lot of just kind of holding off, waiting for people to expose themselves? Is it a waiting game?
Yeah, what it is it's actually both. To start with, the game is angles. The whole thing is angles. You need to get the angles on opposing players all the time. So if you go up and you get in a stationary spot and you get somebody keying on you, you're not going to move. So you need to move to get a different angle, or move one of your team members in to take the heat off you so that you can move and get out of a bad spot.
So you're saying patience is a virtue.
Patience is a virtue. That's
With a
right.
paintball player, it's a must.
Yeah, just like that. You've got 10 minutes. You don't need to do it all in one. So
You ready?
I'm ready, sir.
Okay, let's go. Okay, game just about to begin between Constant Pursuit and Corporate All-Stars. Randy, what are they thinking right now?
They're thinking, where am I going and who am I going to see when I get there?
Okay, guys. Gentlemen, goggles on, goggles on. Everybody ready?
Okay, fellas, let's get it going. It's game faces.
Everybody got the goggles
They're
on?
getting all pumped up. They really want to play. This is the first game of this series, and they are really pumped.
All right, barrel plugs out, barrel plugs out. Good luck, gentlemen. Put it in. Put it in. Let's go. Did you come here to win? Yeah. You're going to play hard. Yeah. Move back. Move back. Move back.
Getting pumped is never a problem
Here they go.
Paintball players.
Opening moves. Every team has taken a position.
Firing paintballs already. Is this not a little early, Randy?
Well, what they do is they'll just sort of shoot at anything that they can see, or if they think they see somebody. Here we've got Jim Anderson taking cover behind the corner there. He's out of he's actually out of range right now. He's got a good spot.
I've been playing now for about 8 or 9 years, and I find that I'm really hooked on the game, and I'll probably stay hooked on it. It's a lot of fun. You should try it.
Behind the taxi cab.
Bill Gardner, captain of the All-Americans, behind the taxi cab.
There's just nothing out there that matches paintball. It provides something for everybody. It tells you people work the strategies, the athletic people jump the bunkers.
Randy, what's the time?
And look at who's popping off a few rounds. Who's that?
Fred Schultz is in the back there. He's laying down cover for the guys up in front. He's way in the back right now. He's just reloading. Each one of those loaders holds about 100 rounds. The feeder on the top, that purple thing there, that's called a VL-2000. It's a motorized loader. It holds 200 paintballs.
And so these are semi-automatic. They can pump them off
Semi-automatic.
with the finger action.
Right. They don't have to pump or anything. It works real well here.
Now tell me about the referees.
The referee's job is basically one of safety. The players are pretty much honorable. They know when they're hit and when to go out, but a lot of the times they can't really tell. Sometimes the shots go on the back or the arm, sometimes at the top of the head. So the referee is there to make sure that they're out. I'm down here in the alley. This is a really crucial spot right here. The alley essentially connects both flag stations at a very, very short distance.
Hey, be careful in there, Dave! Be careful, be careful!
And Fred said earlier that he was going to post a couple of guys there to stand guard to see if there was some infiltration.
Right. That's one of the corporate all-stars just got pushed back from the alley, and now he's behind the cans there. It looks like the CP guys are pushing that alley pretty hard, even though it's early in the game. Here we have a CP player. He looks like he's standing out in the open, but actually what he's doing is he's working the angle behind that bus there.
And he's trying to lob paintballs into the guy behind the taxi or behind the trash can?
Actually behind the taxi.
Okay. Now you can see as the paintballs go flying by.
I got the cover! Cover now! Cover now! Cover now! Going!
Here now we have a corporate all-star player right
at the flag.
Right at the flag. He's right at the flag. He's behind those rocks, and everybody is going to be raining paint down on him in just a second. Looks like Randy Boucher, editor of Paintball News, just pulled the flag. They've got a flagpole. Now he's going to try to take it back and get behind cover, get in a better position.
Back, he is unscathed in terms of being hit with paint.
It looks like he's clean. It looks like he's clean.